Hello, my beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany, and this is Brit Budgets. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Guys, it has been forever since I posted a video. Like, forever. The last video I posted was August of 2023. So yeah, just to give a perspective of how long I've been gone. And when I tell you there have been so many different changes in my life and a lot of stress in my life as well. So I don't want this video to be super long because it will be a long video. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So let's start mid 2023. So June of 2023, the owner of my job passed away. Now, he was an older gentleman. He was 84 years old, but it was unexpected because he went from being like, just this going on the go, older gentleman to he's gone now. Excuse me. And so I'm like, even though, things happen, especially when you get older, but it's like you always be like, man, I thought he would live forever type situation. Well, that was how it was with the owner of where I worked. So I worked for a security company. So we monitored residential and commercial burglar, fire, and medical systems. So yeah, that's what I did. I was in the central station. So we were 24 hours. We never closed. And if many of you are still here that watched me previously, we had switched over to 12-hour shifts. So I was doing that. So that was a big change because now I am not doing 24-hour shifts. So I'm back to, those 5 days a week versus 3 on, 4 off, 4 on, 3 off type situation. So we all were wondering like, okay, so where does this leave us? The owner's dead, he passed away. Where does this leave us? Sorry, I'm just trying to adjust that. So our bosses was like, business as usual. Nothing's changed. Business as usual. So we're like, okay, cool. So August, when I made that last video, like I was struggling with being consistent, having the motivation to stay consistent, should I say. Sorry, I'm just getting my stuff separated here while I'm just doing like a multitasking here. I did recently just do my budget with me, so. But it just was, I wasn't feeling motivated to do anything at all. Nothing at all. So I stopped recording. I stopped filming. I still budgeted, but it wasn't like that consistent budgeting that I needed. Like I would just make sure I had my bills down and then I figured everything else out. So yeah, that's where I was at with everything. And it was only going to be, I was planning on coming back at the beginning of last year. Well, beginning of last year, January of last year, we get a phone call, and it is our manager and our operations manager. And they let us know that we are in the process of being acquired by another security company. And as of right now, they're keeping everyone on. Nothing's changing. They will be coming to introduce themselves. And, so we were like, whew, we don't have to get another job, okay? Well, as time progressed, we started realizing they hadn't come out and told us yet, but the signs were there. And we're like, okay, they're not keeping any of us. We're going to be laid off, basically. So that was frustrating in itself for the simple fact that I've been at my job for almost 5 years. December would have made 5 years. December of 2024 would have made 5 years that I had been at that job. So, of course, I didn't want to lose my job for one, but I definitely didn't want to lose my job and have to start over after 5 years, you know? And so it was just coming to realization like, yeah, you're gonna have to find another job. There's no way around it. There's nothing else, nothing that can be said other than you're gonna need another job. So that in itself was stressful because I had plans set in motion of how, like, back in the end of 2023, I had purchased a new vehicle. Now they're talking about we're about to be losing our job. So I was stressed. I did not want to yes, I know my husband would have taken care of my payments and stuff until I was able to get another job, but I did not want to put that burden on him. So I did get some loans, not student loans, jeez. I did get some personal loans. I ended up with 2 at that time. And on the last day, which was in May, I want to say May 5th or May 7th, May something, was our last day. And we were working and they were switching everything over. And around 1, 2 o'clock, it was like dead silent. We were literally just sitting in there talking with each other. Like, I can't believe I'm not going to see you guys anymore. And, just talking. And the manager at the previous, the new company, pulled me into a meeting and offered me a position. Now, most people might say, oh, that's wonderful. That's great. I thought so too. Until we started working there. We started working there in June. I want to say June 26th or June 20 something. It lasted for about a month and a half. It was nothing like my previous job. We felt like, because they offered me and my best friend a position, because we both were working together and we were carpooling. They offered both of us a position. We later on found out the reason why we got a position was because 2 of their people were out, so they needed help on their second shift, which was 4 p.m. to midnight. Now, we were already driving 45 minutes, so by the time we got home, for me, it was almost 1 o'clock. Then my best friend had to drive from my house to her house, which was another 20 minutes. So she didn't get home till after 1. So, but the way they made us feel, in the beginning, we felt welcome and everything. And then once we were there and working on, they just threw us on our own. Then it just felt like y'all only here because we need help. That's what it started. And y'all know how to handle your customers, basically. And I wasn't down for it. I was barely seeing my husband. We were literally seeing each other in passing. Like, I come in, kiss him, hey babe, good night, I'm going to bed. He's already asleep. Then in the morning, he's kissing me, I'm leaving, going to work, So it literally was like us in passing. And then even the off days that I was off, he wasn't off, he was working. So it just became much. Okay. So I ended up leaving. I was just like, no, this is not what I signed up for. I did not sign up to be used. Like, absolutely not. So I was in between jobs. I want to say that was around, I left there like July or August, one of the two, because I did work 4th of July. So maybe end of July, beginning of August. So now I'm like scrambling. I'm going on all of these interviews and all of that. So I did get 4 offers. None of them were immediate offers. The earliest start time was September for all of them. So I ended up choosing the job offer from the temp service, which was the job I'm at now. So I won't say where, but I do work for a bank. I'm a primary customer care representative. And so I work in the contact center. and it was paying the most. So I went with that job. I have a customer service background, so that wasn't an issue there. But this was I was told this was going to be a long-term temp assignment. So usually about 8 months to a year, because you have to be fully trained before you can be hired on. So I'm like, geez, like that's a long time, but give me the money. I need a job. So I started with my job through the temp service September 16th of last year. I didn't start filming the end of the year. I didn't start filming the beginning of the year because I wanted to wait until I knew for sure that I had a permanent job. Like, I didn't want to be a temp agent. I wanted to have a permanent job, which I'm thinking would be, you know, like, roughly end of May, beginning of June at the earliest, to possibly September at the latest. Well, I got my supervisors. They were switching. So I had a meeting with both my supervisors. The new one was sitting in with my old one. And so, they went over my metrics. Everything was good, progressing. I wasn't thinking nothing of it at the time. That was around January, February. I believe January, though. And so I had a meeting with my manager, my now manager. And he was like, he said, I will tell you this. You remember when we had the meeting? Because he said, I know you were worried about being hired on because I ended up catching COVID. So while I'm on this temp assignment, I had to be off for like a week. And well, I did work from home because we do have that option to work from home at times when we need to. So I did work from home, but I'm like, oh my gosh, like, because a lot of places, if you're a temp or temporary, there's no missing days. Like, don't be missing no days. So I was stressed, honey. Your girl was stressed. But he was like, do not worry about your job. Like, both of the managers was like, do not worry about your job. Like, just get better. Do not worry. Don't worry about that. You're not going to lose your job, whatever. So that was comforting to know. But he said when we had that meeting, when we ended the meeting, he said the discussion about hiring you on happened right after that meeting. So I was like, I was excited. So I officially got offered the position and officially got hired on March 17th. So I did get a 1 week pay in that time, but I wanted to wait until my very first paycheck, a full paycheck. So I waited until April. So I'm like, that'll be a good time to come back. So here I am. I do have another job. I do get paid significantly more than my previous job. So blessings for that. That's the only thing I'm happy about, not having, losing my job. But the good thing is with this new job, your vacation is prorated. So I ended up with 10 vacation days this year. So I'm like, I didn't have to wait a year before I get any vacation or insurance or anything. So that is a wonderful, wonderful thing. So, yeah. So where do I want to go from here? Y'all, I have debt, okay? So I have 3 personal loans. Now 2, I'm paying like normal. There's one in particular. The interest on that loan is just not going down. Like, we pay every 2 weeks and it's going all to interest. So my goal is that one will be paid off by the end of the year, come hell or high water. If I have to work 100 hours a week to get this paid off, baby, I'm paying it off, okay? So I want to do milestones. Now, I do have 4 credit cards that have balances. Most of them got a fairly high balance. So my City Diamond card, my balance on that card is like $830, somewhere around there. Now granted, it was like 9 something, but I did make a payment. So when I got paid, I did make a payment. My American Airlines card, which is another city card, my balance on that is $401.81. So that'll be the first one that I'll attempt to clear. And then my Best Buy credit card and my Discover credit card. Neither one of those have interest. For my Best Buy was, I'll have to look. I believe it's either 12 months or 18 months because I did purchase my husband's Christmas up there. So beyond when it's a certain amount, it depends on how long you go, no interest if it's paid off within that time. So right now I don't have interest on those. It was like $1,200, so I have gotten it down quite a bit, $1,213. So it's down to $808. And then my Discover, baby. My Discover one is the one that has the highest balance. So my Discover card is $1,920. However, I don't have interest with this card for 15 months, and I just got the card last month. So I don't have to worry about interest on that card. So it's not a super high priority to clear this balance right now. So yeah, so that's where we are there. And one moment, I need to text my husband, but I'm on my phone, so I'm gonna have to send it on my iMac. One moment. Okay, sorry about that. So that is my goal. So I want to pay off that one particular loan. I want to pay off that one particular loan this year. I'll work around, I'll do the basic payments so far for the other 2 loans for now. But that one loan, gotta go. So I want to save up $1,000 just to make $1,000 payment on that one particular credit card. So that way our payments, because we pay twice a month, we pay bi-weekly. So sorry. My husband, he doing overtime, so he didn't know if I was downstairs filming or if I was in my office. So he's like, "Can I come in?" Like, yes, come in the house. It's fine. So yeah, if I put $1,000 on that particular loan, it will decrease it to where when we make our payments every 2 weeks, we'll actually start seeing some progress. So that's where I'm at with that, paying off debt. I wanted to start paying on my car this year, but that's going to have to wait. So what I plan on doing is once we get this done this year, next year I want to start working on paying off the oldest of my other 2 loans. But I still want to save for my car. Or pay on my car extra. So what me and my husband discussed was we were going to the payments that we were paying. So we pay for the one loan, we pay $260, the one that I'm trying to pay off. We pay $266 every 2 weeks. So my husband gives me $100 and I pay $166 every 2 weeks because this is my loan. I got it, but he told me he would help me. He was like, "Don't worry about it. I'll help you with it. Just if you need it, get it." So once I pay that off, I usually split up my payments for my car so that it can cut down on the interest. So I pay, instead of monthly, I pay every 2 weeks. So instead of paying $330 every 2 weeks, I'll be doing the $330 plus the $266, which is $596. So I'll probably just round it to $600. So that way I'll be paying basically $1,200 per month on my car. So that way I'm still bringing that down, but I'm tackling those loans to get those paid off. So that's where I'm at with it. Yeah, just this year it's gonna be the year of clearing the debt as much as I can. I'm hoping I can get all of my credit card debt cleared, and then definitely that one loan. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. We gotta clear that one loan because absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like when I called him, because I would look and I'm like, why is it just the same? Like nothing is happening to this loan. So I called him and he's like, oh, you won't start paying towards principal until March. So I'm thinking he's talking about March this year, and I'm like, oh, cool, I can handle that. He's like, oh, 2026. So I'm paying on this loan straight interest, no principal? Absolutely not. So get my first $1,000 and I'm going to pay towards that loan. Then I'll save up my next $1,000. Maybe I'll make another payment. We'll see how I want to do, but I'm definitely going to make that first payment so that my payments can start going towards principal as well and not straight interest. So yeah, that's my goal for 2025. So I want to bring you guys along with me and clearing this debt and getting back on track and things of that nature. So I do want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell every time so you're notified every time I post, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.